Hey, welcome to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Capricorn. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Just interpret it as it best resonates, okay? Never force anything. Always remember you get the message that you need to hear, not the one that you want to hear. That's why it's important to listen to the whole message, because I don't just look and see what's going to happen with your situation, with work or with romance. I look at the spiritual blocks. I look at the karmic themes that come from those spiritual blocks. And if you understand what your behaviorisms are due to those blocks, you're able to shapeshift a situation. You're actually even able to diffuse a emotional trigger. The whole point in spiritual blocks are they need to be integrated. Wounds that have been inside of us for long periods of time definitely need to be not just integrated, but transmuted. And we transmute them through not just the integration process, but first being aware, and then to incorporate certain habits, behaviorisms, belief systems into our lives to balance out our energy. Okay, so again, if you're new to my channel, all you need to do is like, subscribe, and write the word in your comment bar. And today's word is going to be the genius. The genius. When we're talking about the genius, what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about the creative genius, the higher self. We're talking about that supernatural power that's inside of us that connects us to each other. Let me take a moment to just meditate on that word. I feel like you're connected to someone that has put you on a pedestal, a complete pedestal. And possibly because they misjudged you prior, where they, never met anyone like you. And I think in their mind, you're a little bit radical. And they like it. They don't have that type of personality. And so I feel like it was like almost like too much. And now what they're seeing is they're like, wow, no one's like you. You're authentic. And I feel like this person usually plays it a little phony. Now we're going to see how that energy of the genius actually plays out within your card reading. But this is what I'm feeling. We're going to see how that information plays in. We're going to start off using a little bit different deck. This deck is a gigantic deck, and it is the in like a twin flame, but it's like into flame. It's not really a twin flame deck. However, it is like a soul deck. It talks about karmic things. Okay. I long for your kisses and touch. So you're in separation with someone right now. And there's a lot of passion, which obviously is why this person is thinking a lot about you. You think I'm not listening to you, but I am. I hear everything that you say and even play our messages and conversations in the head. I feel like that they listen to you, but obviously when you're saying things or when you said things, they almost like get overstimulated. So they hear it, but they actually go back and like re-listen to everything. This person's not a confident person. Like I said, I feel like they put you on a pedestal. They see the difference between you and other people. There's a softness to you, but also a strength to you. This person either knows people that like are really needy or either really like bully. And you have a nice energy where they feel comfortable. They also feel the soul recognition. I'm afraid you're going to meet someone else before I'm ready to be with you for good. This person is dealing with past family karmic cycles, so their own wounds that keep playing out within other relationships. So I feel like they are in the process of a separation, they are in the process of a divorce. And the other person knows that someone's there, because I'm feeling like your person said something to them, like because the person was playing nice with them, but the person was playing nice to them to get more, and also is not happy about the breakup. And so they trying to put a lot of obstacles in their way is what I'm feeling like. And so this person is really confused, not confused about whether they want to be with you, not confused whether or not they like you. They're confused about because they're still in the vicinity with that person that they're separating from. And that person has, knows them for a long time, knows what buttons to push, and your person doesn't have a very good sense of self. They have a poor self-esteem, where they're almost like codependent in that way, where they've given too much power to this person, and they thought that they were confiding, like almost like in a friend. They were stupid. Like that is what I feel, because they know our love is eternal. It exists in every dimension and cannot be lost. So this person is like is telling themselves over and over and over again, this is a spiritual connection. This is a soulmate connection. And they knew that right from the first time that they saw you. Now, whether they acted like that in the beginning, I'm not sure. I'm kind of feeling like they give a lot of mixed messages. They weren't 100% done with this connection for the majority of you. The others, they might have been in and out of other relationships, but just not giving you anything. I'm feeling like this person, like I said, they can feel the difference because it's been a long time. I feel like you've been in separation with this person a long time, because the person that they're connected to keeps putting obstacles in their way, hoping that either the person, they don't know it's you, they don't know who, but they know that they've lost that person. That person might have been their soulmate at one time. That might have been and I'm not saying that once we never really lose a soulmate. It's just we don't have the feeling for them. Once a lesson is learned, it's almost like all the feeling that you had for that person, like, just leaves your body. It's the weirdest thing. And it's because the bond, and it's like your person learned the lesson. I feel like they were manipulated by this person their entire, like a lot, their entire adult life. They have been with this person for 20 years, and this person has gaslighted them the whole time. That's what I feel. And I feel like your person has tried to leave them several times, but you are the only person that they're actually like, and it's scaring the shit out of this person, because they're seeing everything that they're doing isn't working, and it won't work. And that's what they're saying. They're like, our love is eternal. It exists in every single dimension. It can't be lost. It can't be broken. It's a twin flame connection. It's a soulmate connection. And they know that, because they're like, by now, I would have caved. They know this, because they're like, it's not easy to deal with this person. So I'm feeling like that either your person makes a lot of money, they own something, they have something. And I'm not saying that they actually have something. I feel like they make a lot of money and they benefit. The person benefits from that, and they don't want the person to leave, because it's like they're happy being in a phony relationship. That's what it feels like to me. Like, everybody knows that it's not a good relationship. However, it's become very cynical. Like, maybe at one time there was love, but it's almost like as more time goes by, it has just begun about the money and making it look like for appearances. And so the person that's attached to your person is terrified of what their life is going to look like, because it's your person that has the life. They just don't have a good life, like personal with like relationships, because this relationship has dominated every single relationship, whether they're married, whether it's a baby mama, whether there's some sort of toxic connection there. And so I'm feeling controlled by people around me, and I don't like it. And it's pushing me to find my power again. Okay. Like, listen, it says it right there. And that's what I'm saying. It's like they're being controlled and manipulated, because I feel like your person's a sensitive person, and they've given too much to the people in their environment because they're not really emotionally intelligent. So once you actually get into that spot, they overgive, because it seems like they put all their time into work. So, like I said, people are benefiting from them, but I'm feeling like there's one, it's a karmic mate, especially, that is benefiting, and not just benefiting monetarily wise, but is terrified of your person moving on. But they're going to move on. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm going to just take these two cards out, and we're going to see what they say. I'm awakening. I know more than I'm letting on. They know everything now. Like, if they didn't know that this person was manipulating them before, they know now, and they also know what they want now. And they are going through an awakening, and it's not easy, because the people around them, the changing of life, this person, I feel like it is raising their vibration, but it's not in this healing process, because they're going to let go of a lot of people that are dragging them down. But one particular, I feel like that one person is dragging other people in, because whatever they're saying isn't working. And they are like, by now it would have worked. I've done everything, and I can still feel that this person isn't coming back, and they're not, And this is, the universe brought us together for a reason. I am discovering what these reasons are. Again, they're realizing that this is a real soul connection. Okay. So there's separation here. It's not an easy connection. This is the way that they feel. Let's look at some hidden truths just for fun. But I won't pull that many, because I don't want it to be a forever reading. I want you. Again, the passion is the fire that soulmate twin flames have, right? I mean, that fire transmutes spiritual wounds. And so passion does, but it's for creating also. So it's again, we wouldn't stick around long enough, because our twin flame soulmate pulls every wound out of us to make us look at it, triggers us. I look for you everywhere. They're hoping to run into you. I feel like this person's afraid to contact you, because they know they're being watched like a hawk. That's why, again, they let on more than they let people know. Because, again, they're like, they want to play stupid. I can't stop thinking about you. Again, the more time that this person spends away from you, the more like obsessive they're getting. So I want to pull some hidden truths for you, but just to be fair, I'm going to put these back in the deck for you. For you. Look, I just came flying out. I love you unconditionally. Again, this is a soulmate twin flame relationship. So, I mean, wouldn't be fair, even though that this is a good reading, because this person is coming back to you. We want to look and see what the spiritual blocks and the shadows would be. What can make this relationship the best that it could be, is really what I should say. We're going to do quick. Gifts, use your gifts. And I'm feeling like you and this person are going to use your gifts. I feel like you're going to go into business with this person. This person is there's a reason why they have a lot of people around them and somebody doesn't want to let them go, especially in a bad relationship where someone keeps trying to escape and leave. And this person has played every single trick in the book to hold them. And it's not because they're in love with this person, it's because of what they get. Your person has awakened to that. And that's not an easy thing, because it's almost like however many years, how long has this been, And but your person definitely sees the difference between you and them. And also it's a divine union. And that's the soulmate twin flame relationship, which is all about transmuting those wounds. We see your person's wounds. But if I have to say what's yours, maybe you didn't develop your gifts enough. Again, we're going to look into that. So we want to see, because right now this is gifts. This is about you utilizing your gifts. So I'm going to say right now, you haven't utilized your gifts all the way. What else? What else? Abandonment was an inner childhood wound. So having this person come back and forth in your life, again, mainly because in the beginning they were attached to somebody else. And there's been a long time in separation. So it did trigger abandonment, but the fact that they come back, the fact that they are a soulmate twin flame, that bond never broke. And that's when you learn what is unconditional love, that you can't break it, you can't distort it, that you can't. So just when this person comes back, you are going to heal. And it's mainly to heal like that you are supported, and that you have to support yourself though. And so we ask spirit, you say, okay, what would their wounds be? Let's choose another deck, just to be safe. Just to be safe, we're going to look at some shadows. Because really, like, your wounds can trigger somebody's shadows, bias. So that's not really too bad, but they tend to be identifying, no, this is homework. To identify is like identify. These are shadow cards. So identify our biases is critical step towards better understanding of our mental processes. So your person tends to, again, like, you're different. Like, it's how we started the reading off. I forgot. It's like, doing a creative genius, your person puts you on a pedestal. Like, you showed them how to like live differently. You, like, again, broke the mold. And so that's breaking their bias. So already you just being you is like, showed them like a totally different way of being. So we already see that the universe is like, I already got that down. One of those, blocks is already transmuted because we see something different. And so that's going to create action where your person is going to leave that karmic because of it. This is exciting. Okay, and inner child. Much of the shadow work is inner child work. Even as adults, our inner child has so much to teach us. Let's turn towards part of you to help mature it. So inner child, and as you can see, the very top. And so where it says much of the shadow, so your person is healing inner child wounds. And mainly through the working together, learning compromise, learning like that is not where they have all the power or the other people have all the power, which is what I feel like. Your person does a lot within their business. They get a lot of attention. So they get, they're seen as important. People looked up to them as long as they were, kept feeding the people in their environment, giving them, they were praised upon. So they got a big ego. And then now I feel like that's not the case. Your person now sees the truth and sees that everyone's manipulating them. And now they feel like crap about themselves. They always felt like crap about themselves, but that false ego of, their business and everyone depending on them has now crumbled. And that because it wasn't real. And what's real is this unconditional love that you and them have. It transcends time and space, and that's what they know, because they're like, shit, it would just be easier for me to stay where I am because these people don't want me to leave. And it's like, but I have unconditional love for you, and I see I can live a completely different, better life. So we ask the universe, what spiritual energy can we incorporate to make the journey just a little bit easier? Because God knows that it doesn't look like it's going to be easy. Or what should we know? And it's not, is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it's not going to be easy for your person to like to fully break away from that, but they're working on it. I am light. I always have hope, no matter the ordeal. I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light by transmuting my wounds. I open my heart to others and to God, and I am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. So it's that your person has to remember that they're deserving of unconditional love. Because when it says I am light, what is light? Light is love. It's that it's of the love and light. It's God energy, it's source energy, it's universal energy, it's the strongest energy in the world. And that they have that spirit inside of them the same way that you do, the same way that I do. And that when we remember that and we walk that truth, then when other people come into our life and they challenge us, and when it's hard, like I said, no matter the ordeal, I have faith in a better future. It's like that they have to want it. But remember who they are and that they are deserving of it, because they're going to be manipulated. And you also, because you might be triggered in the fact that your person's being triggered because they want to move on, and but they can't really, this is new for them. So they may not know how to handle it. And if you're staring at them, you might be like, well, why can't you handle this any better? Then you might get triggered. So Spirit saying, remember, return to light. That's what this energy is. This is a soulmate twin flame relationship. It's all about unconditional love. Return back to that every time you get triggered, because that trigger is that there's unhealed trauma. So the experience that's actually unfolding, even if it is a karmic that's giving your person a hard time, it doesn't matter. It's like you might be triggered with abandonment. And what you're going to see is that this person isn't going to leave. But Spirit says, don't argue with this person, don't judge it, release the need to react and respond. And that's not that easy to do. And one more, just for shit and giggles. Everything turns to light. I work to improve on myself, embrace all the light that brings me to and transforms darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. So Spirit saying, and also you focus on yourself. I work to improve myself. So like you can't be so focused on your person, because they're not going to know how to handle everything all the time. They're going through a situation that's going to be very triggering. They never really went up against people like this. They're changing their life. Yes, they're unhappy, but they don't really know step by step how things are going to happen. So it's all about working on yourself. So you're not so focused on them. When you work on yourself, you're filling yourself with love, and you're connecting to different people that are going to fill you emotionally. And that way it won't matter how this person handles their situation, because what you'll notice is that they'll be around. If you're so busy, you'll notice when they're around. Believe me, because they're going to be like, hey, I'm around. And you're there, you'll make time for it. And that's going to give this person a lot of comfort too, because they're not being judged by the way that they do everything. Because I feel like the karmic has a lot of power, because all they do is judge. And it's mainly because your person was not happy with that person for a very long time, but stayed, and possibly stayed because they have kids or a business, a house, something that made them stay. And still, this person doesn't want them to leave, even though they know that your person's not happy, they don't care. So like I said, so you're going to have to be their anchor. you're going to have to be strong. And maybe that's not your strength. And Spirit saying, again, I'm giving you the experience to help you evolve into the person I made you. You have wounds. You were born into families. You went through experiences where you adapted behaviorisms that don't belong to you. I'm giving you, and the person is a twin. So there's this unconditional love. There's this bond. It has the power to transcend this limitation that you perceive, whatever that is for both of you, whatever you both perceive. I'm going to leave that there. And again, remember, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, write the genius in your comment bar. And you'll know if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath. And if you need shadow healing, check out my Patreon. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.